GATE this year. And I'm your host, Isha Ghosh. And today we'll be talking about these achievers, about talking to them about their experiences, their strategies, and tips, all for their success. So, first, I would like to introduce you to our achievers today. We have Mayank Dikshit, who qualified the GATE 2023 Engineering Sciences or XC paper with an All India rank of 405. Then we have Shubham Manna, who also qualified GATE 2023 with Engineering Sciences paper with an All India rank of 1005. We have Suraj. He qualified GATE Engineering Sciences itself with an All India rank of 1082. We have Ayushi Nandi here, who qualified the GATE 2023 in Engineering Sciences paper with an All India rank of 1464. And finally, we have Rahul Chingambam, who qualified the GATE 2023 with Life Sciences or the Excel paper with an All India rank of 4663, and that too in his third year. So, welcome everybody in today's talk show. It's such a pleasure to have all of you with us today.
Thank you, ma'am.
Uh,
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, ma'am.
so, we'll start talking about your GATE preparation journey. So, can you all tell us a little about how you started and what motivated you to pursue GATE, and like also the factors that you had to consider for choosing whether to take XC or Excel? Mayank, please.
Hi. Thank you for calling me here. First, I never wanted to. I was on. I was confused earlier that what should I give? Either should I either go for MBA or MTech. So one of my senior told me that if you go for GATE and if you get a chance to study in IIT, so there will be a big scope. So one thing that pursuit of a scope, I have given the exit paper, and I was also interested in research. So I that was another factor which drove me here.
Right. So, your aspiration for IIT drove you towards GATE. What about
Yes.
you, Shubham? Shubham, you're muted.
Sorry. Yeah. So I was saying that I always loved the engineering aspects of the food technology. So from my second year, I planned to give GATE. So after that, I started preparing from myself from third year. But then from end of fourth year, I joined Escape and started preparing. And I always wanted to get more opportunities after doing MTech. So I started preparing for GATE XC.
Okay, great. What about you, Suraj?
I was like when I was second year, I was like, let's just give it a try because that time we was just in a lockdown, and I thought let's give it a try. So I scored a good marks in third year itself, and so my interest developed a little bit more. So I continued here only. And talking about XC, I do not like theory part much more. So I continued with XC only.
Okay, so it was a personal preference. What about you, Ayushi?
Yeah, I started preparing from the third year onwards, and then I at the this year I joined Escape, and I chose XC for the same reasons because my all the Excel subjects are quite theoretical, so I chose XC for that reason, and I felt comfortable with the XC syllabus, so I went for XC.
Great, great. So, Rahul, share your experience. You are one of those who started your preparation in third year as well as cleared it in third year itself. So, tell us.
Ma'am, the reason why I appeared for GATE is one of the biggest reason is my faculty member and my seniors have always highlighted the importance of GATE exam, and also because I wanted to go for my further studies. So for my further studies, giving GATE exam is really important because most of the institutions they accept GATE exam, and we can get direct admission through GATE exam. And also after clearing GATE exams, you'll get monthly stipend of around I think 12,000. So which is really helpful in your higher studies. So that was the main reason why I appeared GATE exam. This time I was just doing a trial, but luckily I got selected. I was actually really surprised that I cleared this exam because I was preparing, but I wasn't preparing that well. But luckily, yeah, thank God I have cleared Excel this time. And the reason why I chose Excel is just like my fellow they have mentioned that they don't like reading theories, but in my case it's the opposite. I love theories more than calculations. I have greater command over subjects like biology, microbiology, and chemistry. So I prefer that. So that's the reason why I chose Excel.
Right. So all great motivating factors and all great preferences to go with it. And obviously, many, many congratulations to all of you for choosing the path you liked and then excelling in it in an amazing way. So, some really impressive tips we got from you. Now, let us talk about some of the challenges you might have faced during your preparation. What were like some of the obstacles that you have encountered, and how did you prepare to overcome them? I'll start with Ayushi.
Yeah, so I'm from food technology background, so food microbiology and food chemistry part was okay for me, but the food engineering part was quite difficult. So I faced difficulties in that subject and for mathematics also. So it was quite difficult for me.
Okay. Shubham?
Yes. So there were some of the challenges I faced from starting, like to maintain the consistency of studying every day and also keeping myself motivated. Like for like past few years, there has been not none of any students who qualified GATE in my college. So I was the only one for like past 3 4 years to qualify GATE. Last time there was some super senior who qualified GATE, so it also gave me some motivation that I can also crack this exam. So I had to push myself every day to keep studying, and then one day I thought that if others can qualify this exam, then why can't I? And I started preparing more seriously, and finally could able to crack the exam.
Great, great. What about you, Rahul?
And there were some challenges I faced, and the number one is choosing XE or XL. Even though I was more comfortable with XL, in my mind, because most of my seniors they chose XE. They prefer XE over XL because most of the IITs they don't accept XL. So I was confused at that time whether I should choose XE or XL. If I choose XL, will I not be able to study in a good college or universities? I was worried about that, but then I did some research. There were, plenty of institutions and universities that accept Excel also. So that was a challenge. But then I did some research and then I went for Excel. And the second challenge is again being consistent. That's one of the hardest actually, being consistent. Yeah, I am. This time I wasn't serious, so I wasn't very much consistent. So I hope in the I'll be giving a GATE exam in the next year also. So in that I'll be able to stay consistent and I'll be motivated.
Yes, well, I wish you all the best for your next year's exam. Suraj, you share what are the challenges that you faced?
Of course, as everyone mentioned, first thing is consistency, that everyone will agree. Second thing, I am in final year, so taking out time for college work as well as for this is most difficult task. So I I was really engaged for final year project work as well as this. So somehow I managed. this as well as that also.
I see. So, Mayank, do you agree with the rest of them, or do you have some other challenges as well? And
Since I am a dropout, so I took it took 1 year after college to clear this like, examination. So definitely I will just contradict all the things which I have been earlier said. That I think that qualify you must prepare for the examination when you are in college, because taking 1 year and sitting at home and then start preparation, then it is just pressure and nothing else. So I would prefer that if you are in college, then somehow you shall have to manage and take time and prepare for the examination, because और challenges होता है sometimes. पहला सबसे बड़ा तो चैलेंज था टीचर ढूंढना, सबसे बड़ा था मैं, एंड it was started when I started preparation, but and it ended up in November, this year November. Means throughout the year I just went on in searching that good teachers and good resources. So maths I was very much I struggled with maths. Finding a maths teacher was an uphill task. So तो मैंने इंजीनियर सब यूट्यूब चैनल पे आई स्टडीड फ्रॉम विनय सर, एंड देन one thing that I neglected food technology. This was the blunder I committed while preparation. So it ended in November with escape. So challenges consistency. If you are fully determined and you have just thought that you are just going into IIT or some big reputed college, तो फिर consistency तो आती ही नहीं रास्ते में, बस you shall have study and study. क्योंकि and then you don't think and you can't, पता ही नहीं चलता कब घंटे निकल गए या फिर दिन निकल गए. So just if you have a strong determination that you are just going to achieve that goal, then you will do, definitely you will do.
nice, nice words. And also for a little bit of inspiration for those who have not, who might have done blunders like this already in their preparation journey. So thank you for the advices that you all gave. Now let us talk about your exam day experience. Like, how did you feel on the day of the exam, and what was your strategy for tackling the paper? Uh, I will start with Suraj.
Talking about the exam day, that everyone will feel very much pressure. So in my case, uh, last year also I appeared in gate exam. So last year just it was a trial. So I was not feeling even small pressure. uh, so इस time क्या हुआ कि दिस इज माय फाइनल चांस. सो मैं बहुत ज़्यादा प्रेशर ले रहा था, बहुत ज़्यादा. देन समथिंग इसके पहले बहुत सारी टेस्ट सीरीज वगैरह एस्केप के साथ दी वाली है. सो मैंने अपने आप को थोड़ा सा मोटिवेट किया एंड आई थॉट कि हो गया, इससे ये दिस इज फाइनल फाइनल टास्क. सो आई विल गिव इट माई 100%. बस.
Nice. What about you, Rahul?
Yes, ma'am. On the exam day, unlike my seniors, I'm supposed to feel nervous, right? But I went there just for trial. I didn't expect to, crack it, so I was very chill and very relaxed. And when I give exam, I was giving exam in a very relaxed and chill and enjoying it actually. And I was checking the subjects which I was also more like I have to choose some subjects like microbiology or biochemistry. I was checking each and every subjects and choosing which one is easier, which I can do. And at last I chose zoology, which I didn't even study, but I had some knowledge from my schooling background. So I did that, and I was so surprised that I cracked this exam. So that was my experience.
Nice. That ought to take off some burden of certain aspirants' shoulders. So tell us, Ayushi, how was your experience? How did you feel on the day of exam?
So definitely it was a extreme intense pressure day for me because I have given the exam in the previous year but could not make it. So this year like it was really a extreme pressure for me, but finally it went well. So but at the even exam time, I like it, in the panic situation, I made some blunders. So yeah, one must take care of that also.
Great. Mayank, what about you?
uh, I felt a lot of pressure before the day before examination, and मेरा तो क्या था कि I was very much confident that first I need to cover all the syllabus, just see at a glance, रटना नहीं है, बस एक बार देख लेना है. और because competition is all about confidence. If you are confident enough that you are going to crack, then you will crack. तो बस मैं एक बार देख रहा था कि बस एक ना बेवकूफ थोड़ा ऑल इज वेल टाइप में, और वो बस मैं वैसे करना चाह रहा था खुद को कि हाँ मैंने आई हैव कंप्लीटेड ऑल द होल सिलेबस एंड ऑल द फार्मूलाज आई हैव रिवाइज्ड वेल. अब मैं बस तैयार हूँ. सो ऑन द डे ऑफ एग्जामिनेशन आई डिडंट सी एनी नोटबुक एनीथिंग. बस मैं खुद को बोला सब हो गया है. आई आई हैव डन अ लॉट ऑफ वर्क फॉर एन ईयर. अब मैं जाने वाला हूँ लिखूंगा. तो बहुत होता है, प्रेशर होता है कैसा जाएगा एग्जामिनेशन. और if you are a dropper, then yeah, then it is going to be a million fold, I would say. तो ये प्रेशर बहुत था उस टाइम पे भी, और आई वाज जस्ट स्ट्रगलिंग विद जस्ट क्वालिफाई हो जाए बस, आई वोंट कम ऐसा था. तो बस वैसा ही होता है, सबके साथ होता है. बस बस अच्छे से रिवीजन रिवीजन करो बस, और रिवीजन इज द ओनली की टू सक्सेस. दैट्स ऑल एंड दैट्स
So having
Yes, I
trust on
agree.
your own preparation, and then having that will only lead you to the confidence, and that is all that, according to you, is needed. Do you agree with that, Shubham?
Yes, I very much agree with that because hard work never betrays. So if you have been studying for a whole year, then and you also have given many mock tests, so it is just like another mock test but in a different position. And so I was also feeling more experienced than others because it was also my second attempt. The first attempt was like not I was not that much nervous, but in this one I was a little bit nervous that will all that hard work will be worth it or not. So in the exam day I woke up and I went to the exam center with my father. I told him to accompany me in my journey to there. Then after the exam, I also accompanied him to our home, and it was a bit. It was a bit a unique experience in the exam hall, seeing everyone around there that which could be your possible competitors. So it was a bit nervous, but also I told myself that I have prepared a lot for this exam, and it won't betray me the hard work. So I just took a deep breath and started the exam.
Great. It's like nice to see the diversity in your approach to the exam. So for some of you, it was do or die situation. For some of you, it was chill and experimental. So I think it will help in our upcoming aspirants to decide for themselves that how they would like to approach the exam. Uh, so, talking about our future aspirants, what are the some of the references and the books that you would suggest that would be most suitable for a smooth preparation for their subjects? I'd start with the round.
Ma'am, the books that I referred during while I was preparing for my, XL was Food Science by Norman and Porter. I used to read that. I used to read that a lot, and that was the main reason why, I was able to do well in my food technology. And actually, I didn't read much book. I read this Food Science by Norman and Porter, and the Subjective and Objective of Food Tech by Jane Brothers. And I used to read and use the materials provided by Escapes, the notes, the live lectures, the recorded lectures. I used to go through that. So that was the main reasons why I was able to crack the gate exams. I didn't go for any more reference book other than this. For this time, I just only went with the books that I've mentioned and the resources provided by Escapes only.
Okay, great. Yours preparation would be a little different than that of XC. So, among XC students, Shubham, tell us what was your references and your books.
So yeah, for food tech, of course, the ACE Granth was really helpful, and it was already more than enough the information in that book. Along with that, I referred Sanjeev Kumar for practicing the MCQs, and I know that most of us did. And then along with that, I used the Irfan Ansari book. That was also really helpful for practicing the food engineering problems. And this was for food tech. Then after that, for maths, I used Made Easy's book. And after that, for thermodynamics, I just practiced the DPPs. That was already enough. After that, for general aptitude, I also used the Made Easy book.
Right. So, Suraj, do you have something? Okay, we lost Suraj. Ayushi, would you like to take over?
Yeah, sure. So, if you like, I referred for food chemistry the FENIMA book, but I would not suggest to everyone to go through that. If you have enough time, then only go through that. Otherwise, Sakuntala Manya, Food Facts and Preservation, that book you can refer. And for food microbiology, Fraser is good enough. And for solving food engineering numericals, I referred Irfan Ansari sir's book, and for food science of objective book for the MCQs, and for thermodynamics I referred P. Kinnock, and general aptitude I went through some UIQs. So it was all.
Mayank?
Yes, ma'am. So I will just repeat what Shubhamana said. For food engineering, I just followed Irfan Ansari sir book because it has ample of questions that which are required to be practiced before examination. And second book and Made Easy book for aptitude, and for maths also I bought Made Easy book, but I rather went for Vinay sir practice course, which is available on Engineers Sub YouTube channel. So I followed that only before examination. And yes, Sanjeev Sharma sir book, which is also very good, and it has a number of questions to be practiced. So I just follows these things also. And one thing I followed Negi, for thermodynamics specifically, I followed Negi sir's classes, which were crash course earlier. And I just solved all the DPPs, and that's it.
What about you, Suraj? Do you have something else to add to them?
No, no. See, I have nothing to add. But in my case, I followed only that free YouTube lectures of Negi sir for thermodynamics, and only Ace Granth for preparing for food technology.
Right. So I
That's it.
think those who were worrying about what books to read and how to make it easy
Only
for
Ace
preparation.
Granth is sufficient for food
Yes, I
technology,
forgot to mention yes, Granth.
and
Yes.
it's only crisp. What all we can say? That's totally a holy grail. We can agree.
Right. So when we are on the topic of Ace Granth itself, can you all share your experience and be like honestly share how was the Space for Gate program that you all were under Escape has helped your in this particular achievement along with Ace Granth itself? You have already talked about Ace Granth. What about the rest of the program? Um, Suraj, you can start.
Okay, so जो सबसे बढ़िया बात है, that's a one-on-one mentorship. Apart from studies, you can share other things also. That जब candidate कोई prepare करता है, so he feels मतलब उसको pressure बहुत ज़्यादा रहता है, and other things also. He is conscious about more other things also. So Escape's one-on-one mentorship program is truly helpful. मतलब when a mentor is around you, it feels like a mentor is also मतलब mentor आपके साथ ही चल रहा है, आपके आपके साथ ही चल रहा है. So it's that you are surrounded by such a good mentors, and their experience helps you much more in your journey.
I see. Rahul, would you agree with Suraj?
Definitely, ma'am. So while I was preparing for this Git Excel, as I mentioned, I used the resources provided by Skips, just like the live lectures, the notes that they have sent in the apps. I've used that, and I've used the live lectures, and also Escran. Escran is actually with me right now. Yeah. So what I like about Escran is that this book, the information provided are very concise. It's not lengthy, it's very concise, and it's really good for revision. And there are also places you can scan it. There are some QR codes where you can use to scan it, and from there you can go through some videos, you can watch it. So that this has really helped as grant. And yeah, there's some test series, and there's mentorship provision for mentorships. So yeah, SCAP has definitely helped.
Ayushi, would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. Grant was really
A
helpful
little louder,
because,
please.
like the yeah, so Grant was really helpful. At the last minute revision, it was absolutely fine, and the one-on-one mentorship was helped me a lot to understand where are the aspects I need to focus on more, and what are the points I can make mistakes. So just learn from them, and also to the importance of connecting the dots, especially in food technology. Like otherwise, it's like a memorizing thing. So we need to connect those dots and just go for it. So yeah, it's really helpful.
Mayank, what's your opinion?
Uh, I think for food technology, I just apart from those books, those are minor, and the major one is Granth only. Every day, I just devoted 2 to 3 hours for revision. I just revised whole Ace Granth at once every day. क्योंकि थोड़ा सा अगर एवरी डे हम देखेंगे तो थोड़ा थोड़ा याद हो ही जाता है. So I just revised every day Ace Granth only. So Ace Granth है food technology के लिए. Because earlier I was struggling with just qualifying this paper, but later on I scored a good rank in this paper just only because of Ace Grant. Because बढ़िया है, सब कुछ एक जगह पे कंसाइज है और मस्त है.
Right. Shubham, would you like to add some final
Yeah.
pointers?
The Space for Gate course was really comprehensive. Like the classes were really nice. I really enjoyed the classes, and also it was really informative and helped me in my preparation. Along with that, the of course the others mentioned the Ace Granth. It was a really nice book, and it really did help me in my preparation. Along with that, the as Suraj said before, the mentorship, they really helped me get through my journey. Their guidance was really essential. Apart from that, the moral tests in the portal, that was really helpful to analyze my progress and to work on my mistakes. And apart from that, the whole package was really well, and it really helped me in my preparation.
Right. So, if I'm not wrong, Mayank, you joined us through the boot camp sessions and free workshop sessions, which were coming under our Space for Gate program. So, did they contribute any way, or was there anything special about those particular workshop sessions that we were conducting?
It was very much helpful because it gave me confidence. And so because a few earlier when I didn't join Escape, I was struggling with few PYQs. So that were cleared in the boot camp itself. तो उसी टाइम में मैंने बस डिसाइड किया और बहुत हेल्पफुल था ये रिवीजन के लिए. तो फिर बढ़िया था, 5 घंटे में पूरा रिवीजन. तो कहीं नहीं, खुद से तो कर ही नहीं पाते कभी. तो वो बहुत, क्योंकि प्रेशर रहता है और कुछ हो नहीं पाता. तो डेफिनेटली इट वाज वेरी हेल्पफुल.
Great, great. I hope this whole session and all these lectures and everything, the entire program was fruitful enough in channeling all the things you needed. So, if we come back to the exam gate itself, we will have different subjects in each of these different papers. The syllabus is immense, and it includes certain compulsory subjects and certain optional subjects as well. So some people may face difficulty or some fear in covering certain subjects or certain topics. What do you think these subjects could be, and how should one encountered those fears or difficulties from a student's perspective? Ayushi?
So I think food engineering part, some may face difficulties in food engineering part, and I would say that one must solve as many questions as possible, and when after going through the concept first, then go for the questions, and in whichever questions we are getting stuck, we should note down the numbers in a separate manner so that whenever we are going for the second revision, we should only go for those questions. So in that manner, we can, like, even for before the exam, we can just only go for those questions on which we have difficulties. So, like, marking this way could help someone.
Okay. Shubham?
Yeah, so the you know that the gate syllabus itself covering is a bigger challenge, and the syllabus is immense. So studying accordingly and specifically which is relevant to gate is very important. So it is important that you follow your faculties and the mentors for that. For like food tech, I studied mostly from the ASCRNT and all the study materials provided by ASCAPE, and I practiced the question from the books I said earlier, Sanjeev Kumar and Mohammad Irfan Ansari. Apart from that, for thermodynamics, I mostly followed Negi sir's classes and the DPPs, and practiced all over days from those. And from after that, for maths also, I followed Sanjay Shainik Jain sir's classes and also the questions he gave. For maths, I didn't got very much time to prepare, but still it was enough. Apart from that, for general aptitude, I followed the questions given by Saurabh Thakur sir, and also the book I said earlier, Made Easy. I used to practice for them. I used to divide my days in a manner that I cover all the subjects in an equal manner. Like for if suppose I study for 8 hours a day, then I will take 3 hours for food tech, for 3 hours for thermo, 1 hour for maths, and 1 hour for general aptitude. So that's how I prepared for my exam.
Right, great. That's a nice way to divide up your time schedule. Suraj, what was your preparation and what was your difficult subjects were like?
For me, my strong part were that optional, that is thermodynamics. So, as I mentioned, कि मैं last year भी gate exam में appear हुआ था. So I only prepared thermodynamics. That was just a trial. So I was like, just go with one subject, but that should be proper. So for me, I prepared for only thermodynamics, and I was struggling for food technology, that resources and everything like food chemistry, food microbiology, food products technology, everything. You can get books, but you cannot get concise notes or revision part. You cannot manage everything from a book. That's what I sought out. Ki you cannot get everything just by reading books. So मेरे लिए I was like thermodynamics was strong part, and from uh, uh, from studying through Ascape, I मतलब मेरा food technology काफी strong हो गया. Just so thermodynamics and food technology only, I focused on these two things.
Right. Mayank, what about you? What was your tough subjects?
थर्मोडायनेमिक्स ऑफ कोर्स, क्योंकि थोड़ा सा कैलकुलेशन ज्यादा रहता है. पर व्हाट आई लर्न फ्रॉम नेगी सर्स क्लासेस दैट एवरी डे यू जस्ट ट्राई टू लर्न समथिंग एंड हाउ टू सॉल्व, मतलब थिंकिंग डेवलप करो बस. डोंट थिंक अबाउट एग्जामिनेशन और समथिंग. जस्ट ट्राई टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चंस. अर्लियर यू विल फाइंड डिफिकल्टी एंड इट विल बी डिफिकल्ट, but if you keep on practicing and revising things, it will be easy as time goes on. तो ऐसा ही था मेरा. मैं बस डेली प्रैक्टिस करता था, और डर सबको लगता है क्योंकि बहुत लोग देखेंगे, तो डर सबको लगता है क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस करने के टाइम पे कि नहीं होगा तो क्या होगा. तो कभी भी एग्जाम का मत सोचो, बस हमेशा every just think that you are just going to learn new things in food technology also. बस नई चीजें सीखना है और सोच डेवलप करनी है, क्योंकि अगर एक बार सोच डेवलप हो जाएगी तो फिर you will easily solve the questions every no matter what how big it is, you will just solve it. तो वैसा ही था मेरा। तो फिर मैंने बस क्वेश्चन सॉल्व किया। और question solve is all solving question is also necessary because it will keep you on track। कितना relevant हम लोग पढ़ रहे हैं और एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से कितना कितना पूछा जाएगा ना, तो वो थोड़ा सा अच्छा हो जाता है ऐसा करने के बाद। तो बस वैसा ही मैंने किया। मैंने बस लास्ट में थोड़ा सा इंजीनियर साहब से मैंने किया मैथमेटिक्स, क्योंकि मैथमेटिक्स इट इज टफ इन एक्सी। एंड आई जस्ट मैंने बस डिसाइड किया था कि बस लास्ट में मैं अगर टाइम मिलेगा तो मैथ्स करूंगा, नहीं तो छोड़ दूंगा। तो बस वैसा ही था। आई जस्ट स्टार्टेड विद माय बिकॉज थर्मोडायनेमिक्स वाज माय स्ट्रांग एरिया। तो मैंने बस उससे स्टार्ट किया था। और तो थर्मो और फिर फूड के लिए इस ग्रंथ इज मोर देन सफिशिएंट, मोर देन इनफ। और फिर एप्टीट्यूड it is easy, you can find any various channels on YouTube which are teaching aptitude, so anyone can go and study from there.
Right. Rahul, hello, are you there, Rahul? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible, ma'am.
I think Rahul is facing some internet issues.
Hello.
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay. The internet problem.
Yes, it's understand.
So, about my preparation journey, I was only focusing on food technology, of course, and I didn't give much attention on microbiology or biochemistry, which I was supposed to, and that was the biggest mistake, I think. And because of that, when I went to give exam, I was struggling in microbiology and biochemistry. I was, checking the questions, and I did know some of the questions, but it wasn't enough. So I started checking out all the subjects. There was microbiology, then biochemistry, then botany, then geology, and then I went to the geology section. And luckily, some of the questions, majority of the questions, I have already studied in my 11th and 12th standards. So from that knowledge, I, I tried geology because I knew more answers. So that was one of the regret, because I want to give my emphasis on microbiology or biochemistry more than geology. But uh, it's done now. I cannot do anything. And geology was, I think it has paid off. At least I've tried. I have cracked this exam. It has paid off. Yeah, and the challenges. Yeah, yeah, that was the challenges. The challenges of me being inconsistent, and I didn't give much focus on other subjects rather than food technology. So yeah, that was challenges. And I hope in the next I'll give more emphasis now on microbiology or biochemistry, and yeah, and prepare every single subjects, not just food technology anymore.
Right. So I think from all of your opinions, we can conclude that continuous practice and continuous exposure to all the subjects equally is the key towards having a proper success in the exam, making sure that we are not leaving anything behind. And so, actually, that is all from my side of the queries that I could come up with. Now, we have some questions from our audiences. So our first question we have from Apurva Ada. She's a third year student, and she asks how to rank for getting IIT KGP food processing technology. Anybody can take up.
Yeah, for getting into IIT, you have to really prepare hard and get a really good rank. And for that, you really need a good planning and also good guidance from your seniors or the past achievers. So it is really important that you start from the early stages of your journey by properly structuring the journey, what will you cover and what things you will do in the later months. And along with that, you should need guidance from someone, because if you don't prepare according to the gate exam, then it's tough to get a good rank. So apart from that, it's really needed that you practice every day and be consistent. Also, keep on revising the things you have covered in the later in the past weeks, because if you know the challenge of the gate exam is to keep in mind the all the syllabus you have covered, because the syllabus is immense. So in the exam date, it's important that you remember everything. And because it's the nature of the human mind that we study a lot and things start slipping out. So for that, you have to keep on revising. And apart from that, yeah, practice, because the game of gate exam is how accurately you answer the question and how fast you can solve the questions. So it is important that you keep practicing.
Right. Anybody would like to add or subtract anything further? Anybody?
I would say that don't think about IIT. Just try to learn things. क्योंकि अगर गलत हुआ तो फिर डिमोटिवेट होगे और कॉन्फिडेंस गिरेगा. So इसलिए don't think about IIT or any other college. Just try to give your best and try hard, working hard, because there is no substitute of hard work. और this is this thing I have realized. That's why I am saying here. बस खुद कोशिश करो, मेहनत करो, और कुछ कॉलेज तो मिल ही जाएगा, अच्छा रैंक आएगा ही अगर मेहनत की होगी तो बस वही है.
Your words remind me of Rancho's dialogue from Three Idiots. Kamyab bano, success will come behind
Success.
anyway. Yeah.
I haven't copied the words from there, but yeah,
It's true, it's
this is what I
applicable.
experienced.
Yeah. Great, great. So, our next question is from Priyanshu Kumar. He's a fourth year student. The question is how to approach food microbiology and optional subjects in parenthesis fluid mechanics. Anybody can take up on the food microbiology part,
Could you
because I
please
don't
repeat?
think. Ah, yes. The question is how to approach food microbiology and optional subjects like fluid mechanics. I don't think anybody here is from fluid mechanics, so we can take up on the food microbiology part.
Since I'm from maths background, so I was struggling with microbiology, but I just read what was written in just इस ग्रंथ, and बस और कुछ नहीं था, बस मैंने वही रटा था और वही मैं गया भी और अच्छा सा हुआ भी. तो बस मैं तो यही बोलूंगा कि इस ग्रंथ ही अच्छा था. बाकी
I
Anybody
will,
else? Huh.
yes, ma'am. So, what I feel is having एज ग्रंथ only, आपके पास अगर एज ग्रंथ भी है तो you have to connect the points that इसके साथ ये कनेक्ट है. सो पूरी फूड टेक्नोलॉजी आसान हो जाएगी. मतलब you you have to connect all the things to keep it in mind. Just that only.
Anybody else would like to add anything?
Yeah, food microbiology is a subject we all kind of struggled in it. So for food microbiology, we all did one thing, that we made some funny mnemonics for the microorganisms to remember. And apart from that, we always tried to revise as much as possible, because it's very confusing to remember the microorganisms associated with different processes and different illness and different food processing principles. And so for that, we had ACE Granth. Along with that, I also kind of prepared every day for a microbiology part, like revision and smart reading, like going through the whole page once. So that really helped me keep in mind all the names of the microorganisms during the exam time.
Right. Rahul, Ayushi, is there anything more you'd like to add?
Ma'am, I think
Definitely,
our seniors have already, they've given the best advice, I think. But there are books like Michael J. Belzer, which you can refer if you want to. But other than that, as Grant is enough, the notes given by Escape is already enough, I think.
Ayushi, you were saying something.
yeah. So the all the notes for food microbiology, the age grant is enough, and just go through those things every day, and At the morning, just try to remember the things without even opening the book. Just recollect those things, and it will become easy after a few times. And always go through the PYQs very carefully, even the options. We sometimes got some new species or diseases name. Always go through those, like even the options. It's quite important.
Right. So we must be exposing ourselves to all these, and then, as Mayank, Suraj, and Shubham kept saying, that we have to apply the logic and not just simply mug up whatever is written on the page. That was the key to being able to remember so many things that is there in food microbiology. So our next question is from Gajanan. He is a second year student, and he is asking how to crack GATE in 3 months. Do you have any answer to this question?
It's really tough to crack GATE exam in 3 months because there's like a lot of syllabus, and if you are already in college, and then how will you manage to cover that much syllabus and also the college timings? Because you need a lot of practice and a lot of time, and also for different activities in college, you won't get very much time that you can prepare GATE in 3 months. But also you can try.
Anybody else have anything else to say to this?
uh, 3 months is a quite a small time, and you can't cover everything. But yes, there because there are a few genius which can who can do this work. But I don't think that ordinary person will do that. And you may clear the examination by chance, but if you want to achieve a good rank, so there will be some perseverance and lots of hard work you shall have to put in. Then only you will get a good rank.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I absolutely agree with Brother Mayank because the way I cracked this exam is also is very surprising. But if someone wants to crack in 3 months, they have to be, yeah, genius. They have to be very thorough with the food technology subjects and in their BTech courses. If they are very thorough, then yeah, maybe there is a chance. But if someone is in second year, then there are many courses in third year, in fourth year, which will be important in gate exam preparation. If you don't have that knowledge in second year, in just 3 months, it's hardly impossible. And getting a good rank is also very important. So perseverance and reading consistently for almost a year is really crucial in gate exam preparation. So that would be the answer, I think.
So I think Gajanan got your answer. It's not impossible, but it's going to be really difficult unless you are an absolute genius. So our last question is from Nishtha Sood. She's a second year student, and she asks how to carry out GATE preparation along with college routine. So along with her question, I'd like to add that how is the preparation scenario of a final year college student different from a student who is dropping that year? Uh, Anybody can take up. Okay, first let us take up with the part where we have to manage the preparation journey along with the college routine. So the final year students and third year students take up.
I think Suraj can give an appropriate
Yes, yes.
answer.
For preparing along with college, it's really difficult task. So you have to take out time. Only is you have to take out time, and everything is possible. That's all how I manage. Matlab, a specific time you can give at night, 3 4 hours per day, but you have to be consistent. You have to be very consistent, and always keep in mind that you have to give 3 4 hours every day without fail. That's only.
Rahul, Ayushi, what about you guys?
Ma'am, it was actually really difficult. The reason why I wasn't able to be consistent was also because of because I was in third year also, and I had so many works, college work. There was assignments, there were presentations, and at the same time, I used to participate in college week and inter college and inter university, and because of that also, I get a little distracted. So if managing, I think if um the reason why I wasn't consistent also because I was not serious. If I'm serious, if I have really made my mind that yeah, I'm going to start preparations, I'm going to spare this hours of times in my gate preparation, then I think anyone can do it. Anyone can make the time.
That's pretty honest. I hope it will hit the aspirants right where they need. Ayushi,
Yeah, so I dropped the year, so I did not have to manage college with this. So, but following a strict time schedule is quite important, and like there should be like a specific time, like timeline. You should give subjects, and there should be specific time for you to solve the questions. So you need to go through this, and the consistency is the key. Like you have to be consistent, and every day you should take out some time to just go for the subjects.
right? So Shubham, Mayank, tell us how is this preparation in final year different with the preparation for those who are dropping?
Yeah, so for my first attempt, I prepared with college. So in that time, I used to prepare all my college work and write all the college work during the college hours only. I tried to finish it and wind it up because in that time. Apart from that, while traveling, I used to finish some writing work and all. And most of the preparation for college exams was done in college only because I was a really attentive student. So the college exam preparation didn't took very much time for me. And apart from that, the classes were scheduled for escape after 5 or 6 p.m. So by that time, I used to made it home. And apart from that, it is very important to manage your time in the whole day, but it surely will need a lot of sacrifices.
Do you agree with it, Mayank?
Yes, ma'am. When I was in fourth year and I have given gate to at that time I couldn't clear even qualify the gate examination. तो I was just preparing कि मुझे करना नहीं है बस मैं दे रहा हूँ एग्जाम but the day when result was out and I thought that everyone will just go further from me मतलब आगे बढ़ जाएंगे और मैं यहीं पे stuck so that that time I just took it on ego और मैंने बोला फोड़ के ही रहूंगा and that time when I just started preparing even though I got a job and after working 2 months I just resigned because satisfaction नहीं मिला मुझे कि ऐसा क्यों हुआ then I came back and just I started preparation. तो ऐसा था last year if you are a dropper you have sufficient time to work to practice numericals and everything but if you are college going you won't be able to do that even though barely you will find time to just prepare your own notes थोड़ा सा डिफिकल्ट होता ही है और एट माय टाइम इट वाज ऑनलाइन क्लासेस तो एक्स्ट्रा असाइनमेंट भी मिलता था वो भी लिखो तो ऐसा था तो फिर डिफिकल्ट है फोर्थ ईयर में जो निकालता है हैट्स ऑफ तो यू वैसा ही है
Also,
Great.
I would like to add that set small target and focus on that, completing that. Because if you think about completing that whole syllabus or large syllabus in that small time, it won't be possible anyway. Because setting a small target will initially motivate you that हाँ मैंने आज इतना कर लिया है. So next time you will be very motivated to proceed further. And also uh, important thing is to what you have studied, revise it every day, or at least set a schedule that you will be revising it every third day or fourth day. Then only it will be possible, because it requires practice. Along with study, you have to practice a lot. That's only.
so inspiring listening to all of you coming up with different scenarios, different situations, and having overcome all of them and reach where you are. We are going to wrap up pretty soon, but before that, each and every one of you, do you have any final tips or any advice for anyone out there who is preparing for GATE and is aspiring to achieve results as great as yours? We'll start with Mayank.
As I have said earlier, that just try to think, try to analyze. Don't just think of getting good college or something. बस सीखना है, पहला तो ये होना चाहिए सबका, क्योंकि उससे लोड कम आएगा और अच्छे से कर पाओगे. दूसरा है कि रिवीजन, बिकॉज I also find it difficult revising the things every day, day by day. So the day one when I just started, पहले मैं एस ग्रंथ आई जस्ट एट वन डे आई जस्ट फिनिश ऑल एस ग्रंथ इन 2 hours. मतलब मैंने जब स्टार्ट किया, देन इट टुक 4 years to 4 hours to complete this. But by the 10th day it's reduced by half. बस केवल 2 घंटा लगता था, मैं पूरा बस इस ग्रंथ खत्म कर देता था. तो रिवीजन स्टार्टिंग में बहुत डिफिकल्ट होता है कि कैसे साथ में आगे पढ़ना है, रिवाइज भी करना है, पर आप धीरे धीरे करते हो तो वो हो जाएगा आराम से. तो उससे नहीं डरना है. और बहुत सारे लोग गलती करेंगे ही करेंगे कि वो क्वेश्चन प्रैक्टिस नहीं करेंगे और वो बस डायरेक्टली जाकर, डर लगता है बेसिकली कि अभी थोड़ा सा ये और कवर कर लेता हूँ, फिर मैं प्रैक्टिस स्टार्ट करूंगा, या फिर थोड़ा सा भी इसमें है रिवीजन के बाद करूंगा. तो बस डे वन से करो, क्योंकि एवरीवन फाइंड इट डिफिकल्ट, everyone finds it difficult, but by practicing hard it becomes easy. तो वैसे ही करना है, बिल्कुल भी टेंशन नहीं लेना है. वो 1 साल है, बहुत है टाइम, बस कर लोगे और बस प्रैक्टिस करोगे. एक दिन नहीं आएगा, 2 दिन नहीं आएगा, 3 दिन नहीं आएगा, बस एक दिन आएगा ही आएगा, ये तो पक्का है, क्योंकि देर इज नो सब्सटीट्यूट ऑफ हार्ड वर्क. वो तो पक्का ही है, होगा ही होगा. तो बस ऐसे ही करना है. मैथ्स लोड होता है मैथ्स का, पर मैथ्स को सीखने का थोड़ा सा उसको रिलेट करो किसी चीज से. जैसे हाइट एंड डिस्टेंस है, हेलीकॉप्टर देख रहे हो तो वैसे करो. मतलब जैसे कि मैं इतना, वन थिंग आई वुड से दैट इन थर्मोडायनेमिक्स I practiced so hard that even after looking at the question I was able to tell whether this question will be solved or not, and what would be the possible way to solve it very easily. वैसे था, मैं गलती करता था, मतलब मुझे पता था, I knew that this would be the long way, but I, rather than going long way, I just tried finding a short way. फिर उससे गलती का पता चलता था कि आखिर मैंने एंट्रोपी जनरेशन कैलकुलेट नहीं किया. रेंज में तो आंसर आया, पर मैंने गलती कहाँ से की, मिस आउट कहाँ पे हुआ, पता लगा एंट्रोपी ट्रांसफर मैंने निकाल दिया, पर एंट्रोपी जनरेशन नहीं निकाला, तो वैल्यू डिफर होगा ही होगा. तो वो वैसे था, वैसे मैंने सीख लिया कि गलती नहीं करना है फाइनल एग्जाम में. तो बस बिल्कुल वैसे ही करना है, सीखना है, और बस सीखना ही है, वैसे ही है.
So, self analysis and self evaluation is a very major factor. Shubham, you can help share your opinion.
Yeah, so I was also a dropout. So it was a really lot of pressure on me कि crack तो करना ही है ये इस बार. And also my friends and other batchmates went for higher studies in foreign universities, or are doing MTech or doing business with their parents. So I was the only one in my batch to crack GATE exam. So it was kind of difficult to walk a lonely path in this case. And also I told before that in last 2 3 years nobody qualified gate. So and my friends used to tell me bhai gate crack thodi hota hai. So I used to take that in mind, and कि अब तो दिखा दूंगा कि क्रैक होता है. तो I used to keep in mind, and this also keep the fire ignited in my head that I have to crack this. Then it is really important that how you plan in the next months for your gate exam, and you should also keep in mind how to approach different subjects, and that you can do with guidance from your other people. Because if you don't aim properly in the subjects that you can make these kinds of mistakes in the exam, and you have to keep in mind all that. It is really important that you structure the preparation. Apart from that, as I said before, revision is really important, and keep on revising, because it's a lot, like very vast syllabus, and it is important to keep everything in mind for the gate exam preparation. And it is important to make short notes, because you can't revise everything every day before the mock tests or the exams. So I used to make a short note for every subject, and it is important that you note down the mistakes you commit in your preparations. Like if I missed some units conversion in some questions, then I used to write a short note in side of my short notes that I have committed mistake in this part, and from next time I will keep this in mind. So it is really important to keep that in mind. Also, as others said before, practice is really important, as practice makes us perfect. So practicing will help you grab all the concepts really quickly during your question solving. Also, it will develop speed. So I will sum that up, that you should believe in yourself before starting the gate preparation, that I have to crack this exam and I will. So it is really important that you believe in yourself.
Way to go to tell those who didn't believe in you that it's not impossible. Suraj, how about you share about your tips and strategies for the aspirants?
I think uh, analyzing yourself is more important than copying others, क्योंकि सबका अपना अलग पैटर्न होता है एंड यू हैव टू फाइंड कि आप कहाँ परफेक्ट बैठते हो. मतलब some people are like उनको कहीं जैसे कैलकुलेशन में ही दिक्कत होती है, so they know the concepts, then they fail in calculations. So, likewise, you have to find your strength and weakness and work accordingly. And everything that Mayank and Shivam mentioned, practice and perseverance. I think you have to make your mindset कि नहीं मुझे फोड़ना है बस. That's all. Everything comes accordingly. That's all.
Right. So we need to have confidence in ourselves, and we need to know about our strengths and weaknesses perfectly in order to succeed. So, Ayushi, will come to you.
Yeah. So we must revise every subject like at least once a week. That's a must. And then the time management is very crucial. Like we need to make sure that we're not giving too much time for specific questions. So at least like we need to finish the questions by 2 minutes max, and then we need to have a good command on the calculator, especially for get exceed. So we should practice with the calculators whenever we are practicing, so that we don't face any problems specifically in the exam time.
Time management, it's a very crucial factor. I agree. What about you, Rahul? Final something, last pointers.
Ma'am, if when it comes to advice and trips, I think brother Shubham, brother Mayank, brother Suraj, and sister Ayushi, I think they have more, advices and tips that will be better. Because I still feel like I'm an aspirant now. I still feel like I haven't cracked it because the rank is not that good. So I want to go higher. And I still feel like I'm still, the aspirant who's trying to achieve something. But if you have to ask some advice from me, then the advice that I would give is first thing is collect as much as resources before reading, like get कौन सा book चाहिए from the internet, or many, आजकल तो बहुत सारे internet में भी resources मिल गया है. You can collect that details from the internet, like and then just clarify whether you want XC or Excel before that. Just research like Excel calc, what is the risks and benefits, and again weigh the risks and benefits of XC and Excel, and then choose that first. Then you can start collecting the resources. And if you want to join coaching like Escapes or any, and I think there are many others, you can go for that. And if you're not going for that, then maybe you have to refer to a lot of books, I think. So you have to keep that in mind. And also, yeah, you have to create a routine. That is very important. A routine, and then discipline. Discipline is very important. Consistency hona chahiye. Discipline, there should be discipline. And yeah, time management. And at the same time, uh, there should be a mind refreshment also. You cannot always stick to get preparation. Other life may be balanced होना चाहिए in your social life, in other life, so that you refresh, so that you have clear mind, and you can prepare your gate preparation with ease and happily. So you should enjoy it. I think at the end of the day, you should enjoy your preparation process.
Rahul, I think your honesty, your humility, and your relatability will act as an icebreaker for many, many aspirants. Uh, So all of you, those were some great advices, great tips. uh, we thank you so much on behalf of ASK for joining us today and sharing your experiences and thoughts. We wish you all the very best for your future endeavors. And that's all the time we have today. We'll come to an end for today's Activist talk show now. I hope the audience who have been watching us, I hope that you find this interview particularly inspiring, and I hope the suggestions provided and the experiences that has been shared will help you better in your preparation journey. And this is a reminder for everybody. We will have a Gateway Charcha session, Escape's annual Gateway Charcha session next Sunday, where we will have past years rankers and Escape's mentors who will join the show, and there will be a thorough discussion on further preparation strategies and related to coaching and everything. And in case if you are have any of you who are watching, if you're having any further queries or doubts, this in this upcoming session next Sunday, the mentors from IIT Kharagpur will be joining, and it will help you with your queries and doubts further. So we will put an end to today's session. Thank you everyone for joining us. So goodbye everybody. See you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me, sir, man.